So I'm going to talk about how I got started selling on Amazon and selling online in general. So first things first, I got out of high school and I did not like going to school. I went to college, dropped out twice, hated it. I found a job as a personal trainer for Bally Total Fitness back in the day before they went bankrupt and sold to LA Fitness. And I rose from a personal trainer to a training director. Then LA Fitness bought us and I didn't like that gig anymore of sales. I transitioned into an operations manager eventually with the company. I didn't like the job. I was completely miserable in having to be in charge of something that wasn't mine, my own business, my own time. I worked a complete 9-to-5 job. My hours were literally 8 to 6. So after I left LA Fitness, which was in 2014, I went back to college. I went back to community college because somebody offered me a job on campus and they told me, in order for you to have this job, you must be a student. I was a big non-believer in education and schooling, college, but I needed a job, and so I started there. I started that job and I had 2 other jobs on top of that. I would work on the weekends with a photographer doing baptisms, and then I would work at another school with kids, and then sometimes I worked at a Nutri-Shop in the OC, which was an hour away from me. So always working multiple jobs, and I was beginning my journey in school and college. So along that journey, I met some people and mentors that had these great lives, and I figured, what do I want for my life? I want to own my own business. I want to do something related to fitness. I love the gym. So it started with selling textbooks from the campus. So I used to work on campus. I would go on my little 10-minute breaks or whatever, and I would walk around and I would buy really cheap textbooks from broke college students for $5-10, or sometimes they would just leave them for free. And I would take them. I knew what the Amazon Seller app was. I would scan them and I would list them. It was never full time, but I would sell these books now and then, and they were high ticket items. These are $200 textbooks. So that's how I started. Then I started my private label brand. I started getting things imported from China through a connection that I made from WhatsApp that I have a contact with now. And little by little, I started to invest in different products, but that still wasn't enough. It wasn't a booming business where I made all this money. So it was a small business, and it's still my little baby now. After that, I started seeing these videos of these resellers, and I was thinking, what is this? Started doing my research, buying their programs, and investing in people that I saw that would be talking the talk and walking the walk. And I started with some toys. When the coronavirus hit, everybody was bored and at home, so I was used to going out with my son every day. We had our memberships everywhere, and I never stopped going out. I was not afraid at all. So we would go to Target every day, or we would go to Walmart, and I would just walk through the aisles. I had nothing to do. Everything was closed. And I started seeing the toys that I bought my son online on Amazon, where I bought them for 4 times the amount. And a specific toy in general that Christmas came out, and since I was going to Target every day for an hour, I started seeing them, and I started seeing what people were selling them on Amazon. I took a chance. I started buying them that week. I'll tell you this, when you find a profitable item, that was just one toy type. As soon as I got that toy, I would list it while I was paying. When I walked to my car, no lie, it had already sold, okay, for 2-3 times the amount that I had just literally bought it for. So I started buying more items, investing in the education of understanding Amazon more. And then it has blossomed into me paying wholesale to be able to get ungated in groceries, getting ungated in pet, getting ungated in foods and different toy brands. And the rest is history. So there's still a lot more of ground to cover. Amazon is like a never-ending jungle, but it has allowed me to come this far. I highly recommend it. I was always used to working 3-4 jobs at a time for businesses that were not mine. And now I put in all that work. It doesn't even feel like work for my own little business. And the endless possibilities that are in this are just incredible. You have to put in the work, you have to put in the time,